Shalom לבני יעקב במזרח התיכון, בברזיל, באפריקה, באוקיאניה, בארצות הברית, צפון אמריקה, מרכז אמריקה, בדרום אמריקה, באירופה, באפריקה, כאן אסף בן עמי קריספין לוי, אשר מדבר איתכם. Shalom to the Israelites in Brazil, in Pereira Barreto City, in Africa, Europe, Asia, and Middle East, and North America, Central America, and South America. I would like to talk with you at this day about the appointed times of Yahweh's everlasting covenant, precisely about the Pesach, Passover. Well, and I would like to invite you to follow me the reading of the text of Pesach, because it is an important commandment. We are going to celebrate the Pesach, day 14th, from day 14th at the sunset until the 15th of April, precisely, exactly. The 14th of Abib is day 15th of April, and we're going to celebrate the Chagadah Pesach in day 15th of April in the Roman calendar. Well, because we observed the Kiseh, the Rosh Hashanah, New Year's of the covenant, day 1, 2, 2, the first of Abib. And we count 14 days. We're going to have the 14th of Abib, day 15th of April, afternoon. Well, and we're going to celebrate this important commandment because it's Leolam Vaed, it's forever. Well, and I invite you to follow the text with me, number Shemot, Exodus, chapter 12, verse 3. Speak to all the congregation of Israel, saying, on the 10th day of this month, each one of them is to take for himself a lamb, according to the house of his father, a lamb for a household. And if the household is too small for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next to his house take each according to the number of the beings. According to each man's need you make your count for the lamb. Let the lamb be a perfect one, a year-old male. Take it from the sheep or from the goats, and you shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month. Then all the assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it between the evenings. And they shall take some of the blood and put it on the two doorposts and on the lintel of the houses where they eat. And they shall eat the flesh on that night, roasted in fire, with unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Do not eat raw, nor boil it at all with water, but roasted in fire, its head with its legs and its inward parts. And do not leave of it until morning, and what remains of it until morning you are to burn with fire. And this is how you eat it: your loins girded, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And you shall eat it in haste. It's the Passover of Yahweh. And I shall pass through the land of Mitzrayim on that night, and shall smite all the firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim, both man and beast, and on all the mighty ones of Mitzrayim I shall execute judgment. I am Yahweh. And the blood shall be a sign for you on the house where you are. And when I see the blood, I shall pass over you, and let the plague not come on you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Mitzrayim. And this day shall become to you a remembrance, and you shall observe it as a festival to Yahweh. Throughout your generations, observe it as a festival and everlasting law. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. Indeed, on the first day you cause leaven to cease from your house. For whoever eats leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that being shall be cut off from Israel. And on the first day is a set apart gathering, and on the 7th day you have a set apart gathering. No work at all is done on them, only that which is eaten by every being, that alone is prepared for you. And you shall guard the festival of unleavened bread, for on this same day I broke your divisions out of the land of Mitzrayim, and you shall guard this day throughout your generations, an everlasting law. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, in the evening, you shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the moon in the evening. For 7 days, no leaven is to be found in your house. For if anyone eats what is leavened, that same being shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether sojourner or native of the land. Do not eat what is leavened. In all your dwellings you are to eat unleavened bread. Well, let me go into my vision about this mitzvah. Very, very important. And speak to all the congregation of Israel, saying, on the 10th day of the month, each one of them is to take for himself a lamb according to the house of his father, a lamb for a household. Then, if you're going to keep the Torah, we must we must remember it right. Like the words that came out from Yahweh's mouth, not by the half. It's very important then, because the just one will follow by that one that is written. Then, day 10th of Abib, 4 days before the Pesach, the Passover, you put the lamb jailed in one fence, and you left it until the 14th day, 4 days. And when it arrives in the day 14th of Abib, you prepared this lamb. At the afternoon, like it's written in the Torah, and you shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month. Then all the assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it between the evenings, at the evening. And they shall take some of the blood and put it on the two doorposts and on the lintel of the houses where they eat it. It was occurred in the Mitzrayim, and it was occurred in the temple, when the temple was in evidence. Well, then you took this lamb and you prepared it, okay, and the preparations of the Pesach started by the morning, the 14th of April. And at the afternoon, we're going to kill this lamb, okay, and we're going to eat this lamb with bitter herbs, with the hamatzah, okay, or unleavened bread, and the wine. And you can see here that the ordinances of the Torah for us to prepare this lamb is very important. And they shall eat the flesh on the night. The flesh, the Eternal command us to eat the flesh, not the other component, the synthetic things like liver, like heart, like skins, like bones. They are not fresh. The Eternal ordained us to eat just the flesh. Okay? And they shall eat the flesh on that night, roasted in fire, with unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. There are several kinds of bitter herbs, principally in the Middle East. We have here in Brazil the rúculas. We have here in Brazil the almeirão. And you can choose these bitter herbs, Well, and the manner of eating this lamb: do not eat raw nor boiled at all with water, but roasted in fire, its head with its legs and its inwards. This, like I explained before, these legs and its inward parts was just roasted, not eaten, because the Eternal One in the verse 8, he ordained us to eat just the flesh. And they shall eat the flesh on the night, roasted. Then all the components of the body, like inward parts, legs and heads and the bones, okay, they will be burned, like the same manner of the sacrifice. The sacrifice was so, you just eat just the fresh, not the synthetic things like liver, like kidneys, like bones, like, no, just the flesh. The Eternal ordained us to eat. This is my vision, and I respect the other vision of the teachers of the Torah. Well, and do not leave of it until morning, and what remains of it until morning, you are to burn with fire. Then, if it rests something, you must burn in that night, and you can't leave until the next morning, okay? Well, and you shall eat in haste. It's the Passover of Yahweh. And this is how you eat: your loins girded, your sandal on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and hurried by. Well, and afterwards, the celebration of the Pesach, you at the night, it started, the first night of the unleavened bread. And just in the 14th of Abib, we just commenced to take all this unleavened bread from our houses in the morning of the 14th of Abib, in the Friday, day 15th of April. And because 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. Indeed, on the first day you cause levy to cease from your house. For whoever eats leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that being shall be cut off from Israel. It's an eliminatory character, okay? Because if you don't celebrate the Pesach, if you don't follow the Torah, you are eliminated here in this earth already. And on the first day is a set apart gathering, and on the 7th day you have a set apart gathering. No work at all is done on them, only that which is eaten by every being, that alone is prepared for you. And you shall guard the festival of unleavened bread, for on the same day I broke your divisions out of the land of Mitzrayim, and you shall guard this throughout your generation, an everlasting law. It doesn't end, because in the eternal covenant, it doesn't have past, present, and future. All of these are just one dimension. Okay. The present, past, future has the religions, the philosophies. But for us, we can disfruit, we can enjoy the Malchut Hashamayim, the kingdom of heaven, here in this earth already. And it's very important, because 7 days we can't buy bread in the bakery, in the supermarkets, because it's very important for us to celebrate these 7 days of unleavened bread. Shalom lekulam, Yahweh Baruch Ata v'Ramishpacha Gam, Izo Rabracha Shel Asaf Benami Crispin Levi, Chag Samia פסח לך ולרר המשפחה גם.